I will start by telling you a short story of a young immigrant couple in England, Asian husband and wife, who were experiencing significant burnout. Husband, a doctor, was doing his higher training in gastroenterology in one of the busiest hospitals of England. He found his work and training quite stressful and decided to quit the job. Wife was a PhD student at one of the prestigious universities of England. She felt like she could not meet the expectations and deadlines of her PhD, particularly as she had to take care of her child as well. She also decided to leave her PhD program. She wanted to go back to her country in Asia and take the child with her. Husband decided to stay, but wanted to take a less pressure job, and he wanted to keep the child with him. So the relationship was about to fall apart. On a fine Saturday morning, it was raining. She was planning to book her tickets for going back home. Something miraculous happened, and their life changed back to normal. I'll tell you at the end what happened. Burnout can affect your well being and quality of life. It's not a medical condition, but it's a life management difficulty. Burnout depends more on how you feel about your work, how you feel about your studies, rather than the number of hours worked or number of hours spent studying. There's no magic pill to cure burnout. However, there are some scientific strategies to prevent burning out or to get out of this phase of burnout. So the first step is recognizing the signs and symptoms of burnout. It's a state you are in when you have been under long periods of workplace stress or long periods of academic stress, and you're not able to manage this level of stress very well. There are three dimensions of burnout. Number one, feeling emotionally exhausted. Number two, feeling mentally detached from your work or studies, having negative feelings about your job and studies. Number three, a sense that you have not achieved anything or you're very inefficient. Let's try to understand the difference between pressure and stress. We know that certain amount of pressure is okay for maintaining enthusiasm for life. No pressure at all can lead to boredom, while too much pressure for a long time can develop into stress that will lead to exhaustion and burning out. Therefore, if you're in a high pressure environment, you need to watch out for any change in your thoughts, change in your feelings, actions, and health. I repeat, change in your thoughts, change in your feelings, change in your actions, and change in your health. I will give you some examples. Change in your thinking. These include increasing thoughts of leaving the job or leaving your studies. You're not able to concentrate, developing a blaming attitude, thinking as if you are a victim. Change in feelings. The change in feelings include you've lost your sense of humor, you've got a sense of failure, you're frequently angry, your increased irritability, you're expressing that irritability at work and at home, you're feeling discouraged, your change in actions. This includes frequently watching the time, increasing your resistance to go to work or to place of study, postponing your project, often late, running late, leaving late, loss of your creative problem solving ability, working harder and later, but achieving less. You're avoiding your colleagues, your increased use of mood altering drugs like caffeine and nicotine. Then there can be some change in your health, like disordered sleep, increased susceptibility to infections, being tired and exhausted all day. I've been there. I've had burnout. And now, once you've recognized these signs, you need to make a commitment to change. Remember, there's only one person responsible for the quality of life you live. that person is you. And you can seek help and guidance from those who are doing well in your profession or who can help you in maintaining this commitment to change. Now, the next strategy is prioritizing your tasks. This is the best time for building some efficient time management skills. While there are numerous ways of managing your time in the best possible ways, I find two tactics quite helpful. The first tactic, I ask myself a question: what is the best use of my time right now? And the things that pop into my head are the most urgent and the most important ones. Get those done first. Second tactic, learn to say no. We can do it with love and respect without being rude. Now, the fourth and the important strategy is developing a resilience mindset. I asked people when I was suffering from burnout, what is this resilience mindset? I've never heard about it. No one back home talks about it. It's a belief that I will survive and I will thrive under high pressure and challenging situations. By holding this belief in your head, you get an ability to bounce back from life's difficulties, to adapt well in face of adversity or significant sources of stress, particularly work related or related to your academics. And there are 6 ways in which we can develop this belief. The first two are more powerful. Number 1, visualization. You need to have a crystal clear vision of your goals, ambitions, or purpose in life. Write it or draw it on a piece of paper, starting off your morning by looking at that piece of paper. Affirmations. I am is a very powerful way of starting your affirmations. In psychiatry, we call it positive self-talk. I am feeling wonderful today. I am waking up early tomorrow. I am finishing off my task today. You need to frame these statements in an emotionalized and visualized manner. The other 4 methods are being flexible, organized, proactive, and energetic, which brings us to the last and the most important set of strategies, the energizing activities. Remember the rule of hand. 5 things: regular sleep, exercise, break fast. At work, take regular breaks. After work, do some relaxing activities. Regular sleep. Sleep recharges your mental and physical batteries and gets you prepared for the next day. There's a common saying in the place where I was born, Kashmir: you can't become a doctor, engineer, professional, successful person unless you study 20 hours a day. I felt a prey to this saying and have wasted my time holding a book in my hands with sleepy eyes. Remember, quality is always better than quantity. Do not compromise your sleep, which makes you creative and recharge for the challenges of the next day. Second, exercise. I found that like the people who go for running, gymming, long walks, yoga, play any sport, they never complain of burnout. There might be some exceptions, but it's backed up by science as well. Release of BDNF, improves circulation, etc. Third, healthy, nutritious diet, particularly your breakfast. Breakfast is called so because you need to break your fast after a long sleep, and your brain and body need glucose to function for the challenging day that's coming up ahead. I know that my day is never productive if I skip my breakfast. I get headaches. Fourth, at work, take regular breaks. After every 55 minutes, take a 5-minute break. During the first 4 minutes, do some unrelated activity, like looking towards the sky, I don't know, closing your eyes. Like Brendan Burchard's formula, release tension, set intention. So during those 4 minutes, while relaxing, say the word relax. Imagine your muscles are releasing the tension. And in the last minute, just set an intention about what you're going to do in the next upcoming 55 minutes. And after work, the final one, the after work, what you need to do is do some unrelated activity. Do not do any work, basically. Socialize or do anything that you enjoy. Let's go back to the couple we talked about earlier. The wife decided to have a conversation with her husband before booking her tickets to the home country. On that fine Saturday morning when it was raining outside, they discussed and recognized that they were experiencing burnout. They decided to go to a resilience workshop. Basically, they started following these strategies and their life changed back to normal. Husband is a successful and happy gastroenterologist now, and wife finished her PhD and is doing a postdoctoral fellowship at the same university. And a child, yeah, he is because the relationship didn't fall apart. He's thriving well. I wish you all the best. And if you need to contact me to know more about how to tackle burnout, or if you want to send me your story of how you dealt with burnout, feel free to get in touch with me. If you feel you're struggling too much or you are suffering from a mental disorder, please contact your doctor or go to your nearest healthcare professional. Thank you very much.